Your chest is tight. Your stomach feels off. Your jaw is doing something you did not tell it to do. And your mind is running through every worst case, every regret, every possibility of what might go wrong. You have probably been told this is anxiety, that it is a thought problem, that you need to think differently. But here is what almost nobody explains. The racing mind is not the cause, it is the effect. Your body is screaming a warning, and your brain is scrambling to figure out why. For most of your life, you have probably been handed the same explanation. Anxiety is in your head. Change your thoughts, reframe the story, challenge the belief, and there is a piece of that which is true. Thinking helps, but if you have ever tried to think your way out of anxiety, you already know something is off. You can tell yourself the thing is fine. You can prove to yourself that the thing is fine, and your chest is still tight. Your stomach is still upset. Your heart is still going, because you are trying to argue with something that is not actually a thought. You are trying to talk down a body that has already decided something is wrong. And by the time your mind shows up to negotiate, the alarm has been ringing for 10 seconds. The mind is not the source. It is the messenger, and it is late. Here is the order that actually happens inside you. Something enters your senses, a message, a memory, a sound, sometimes nothing you can name. Deep in your brain, a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala scans it for threat. This scan happens fast. The neuroscientist Joseph LeDoux famously mapped 2 roads that sensory information can take. A slow road that goes through your thinking brain, and a fast road that bypasses thinking entirely and goes straight to the alarm system. The fast road wins. Your body responds before your mind even knows what happened. Your heart speeds up. Your muscles brace. Cortisol and adrenaline pour into your bloodstream. And only then, only after the body has already reacted, does the signal reach your conscious mind. And your conscious mind, which does not know what the alarm is about, does the only thing it knows how to do. It looks around for something to blame. Here is the picture I want you to hold for the rest of this video. Your body is a smoke alarm. Your mind is the person who wakes up when the alarm goes off, trying to figure out what is burning. Sometimes there is a real fire, but often there is nothing burning, just burnt toast. And your mind, desperate to make sense of the alarm, starts writing stories. It is the email. It is the deadline. It is the thing I said last week. Anything to explain why the alarm is loud. This order of operations, body first, mind second, is not fringe science. It is one of the most well-documented findings in modern neuroscience. Researchers at University College London, led by Sarah Garfinkel, have spent years studying something called interoception. Interoception is your body's sense of itself. The constant stream of signals about your heartbeat, your breath, your gut, your temperature, all flowing up to your brain. Her work has shown that people with high anxiety tend to share a specific pattern in this system. They are hyper-aware of their body's signals, but often inaccurate about what those signals actually mean. In other words, the body is loud and the interpretation is off. Your heart speeds up because you climb the stairs, and the mind reads it as danger. Your stomach tightens because you skipped lunch, and the mind reads it as dread. The alarm is real. The story is not. So that is what is happening in the body. Now, here is why this matters for how you have been trying to treat your anxiety. If the sequence is body first, mind second, then trying to fix the mind while ignoring the body is like turning down the volume on the smoke alarm without ever putting out the fire. Checking the kitchen. It quiets things briefly. It never resolves them. And every time the body sends the signal again, the mind writes the story again. Same alarm. New headline. This is why so many people describe the exact same experience. They know their fear is not rational. They know the thought is not the real problem. They can see that the story is not quite right. And still, the tightness, the racing, the wired, tired feeling will not budge. because the body has not been given a different message. This is also why the calmest, most effective ways to work with anxiety are not thought-based. They are body-based. They are ways of sending a signal from the outside, from your breath, your face, your muscles, back up to the alarm system, telling it, gently, that there is no fire here. You can stand down. This is education, not medical advice. If anxiety has been running your life, or you cannot get through a day without it, please talk to a doctor or a therapist. What we are covering here is the physiology, not a treatment plan. The uncomfortable truth about this alarm system is that it was not built for the life you are living. It was built for a much older world, a world of predators, of famine, of physical threat. Something moves in the grass, the alarm fires, you run, the alarm resets. The whole system was designed to fire in short, sharp bursts, followed by rest. And now consider a normal Tuesday. The unread emails, the notifications, the message you have not replied to, the rent going up, the scroll, the weather, the health of someone you love. Your body's alarm cannot tell the difference between a tiger and a tab you left open. It just registers threat, 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 small ones, constant ones, ones you cannot outrun and cannot resolve, so the alarm never fully resets. It just runs at low volume all day. And your mind, doing its job, writes stories the entire time, trying to explain why you feel this way. Most of them are wrong. So what actually helps? Not thoughts. Signals to the body, direct ones. Here are 3 that the research supports. 1. A slow, extended exhale. When you breathe out for longer than you breathe in, you gently stimulate the vagus nerve, which is the main nerve of your parasympathetic, your rest and recover system. Studies have shown that even a few minutes of breathing with a longer exhale than inhale can measurably lower state anxiety and raise heart rate variability of nervous system balance. One thing to try is breathing in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 6 or 8. Not forced, just longer on the way out. What you are doing physiologically is telling your body that the threat is over, because the body only exhales like this when it feels safe. 2. Name the physical sensation, not the emotion, the sensation. Instead of "I am anxious," try "there is tightness in my chest and a fluttering feeling below my ribs." This is called affect labeling. The neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman at UCLA has shown, in a series of brain scan studies going back to 2007, that the moment you put a specific word on what you are feeling in your body, activity in the amygdala, the alarm center, measurably drops. Naming turns the volume down. You are not fixing it. You are giving the body's signal a shape the thinking brain can hold. 3. Cold water on your face. Not an ice bath. Just splashing cold water on your face, or holding a cold compress across your cheeks and eyes for around 30 seconds. This triggers what is called the mammalian dive reflex, which is the same response that slows your heart rate when you dip your face into water. It is a fast, direct route to parasympathetic activation. Some people find that a couple of rounds of this can shift a whole afternoon. Here is what I want you to leave with. You are not broken. Your alarm system is not malfunctioning. It is doing the exact job it was built to do, inside a world it was never designed for. You do not have a thought problem. You have a body that has learned, across years of unresolved signals, to keep the alarm on low. And the mind, the poor mind, is just doing its best to write a story that explains it. When you understand that order, everything changes. You stop trying to argue with the story. You start speaking to the body. If one of the sensations I named earlier, the tight chest, the wired, tired feeling, the stomach that never quite settles, hit closest to home, tell me in the comments which one you notice most. It genuinely helps me understand what to make next. If this video helped, a like helps YouTube show it to someone else who has been looking for a real explanation. Next video, I am going to walk through what actually happens in your body during a panic attack, and why so much of the standard advice makes it worse. Subscribe so it lands in your feed. Thanks for watching.